here we go with our main event from Australia. It's Michael Thompson, and from Thailand, Sityodtong.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the last fight of the evening. It is the main event, fighting out of the blue corner. Look, Tom, Sityodtong.
Here he comes. He is smooth as silk, moves like butter, but this guy's as deadly as they are here in Australia, Hammer.
Yeah, Thompson Sityodtong, and training out of Smack Gym down in Somerville with Matt Ball there, right of screen. Matty Ball as well, a great supporter of Warriors Ways, and always very helpful, and has helped to make this fight happen with Thompson Sityodtong. And this is going to be something special, folks. Something special. Thompson Sityodtong, have a look at his stats. Experience plus, and a real great representative for Thailand.
And gentlemen, his opponent, Michael Tomahawk Thompson.
Talk about representatives. Here is the Aussie corner, Michael Tomahawk Thompson. He's a laconic bloke. He likes to laugh, but when it comes to business time, no one throws elbows better than this little maniac.
I'll tell you what, give him the opportunity on the inside. Tomahawk is deadly. And, you know, we've seen him rise through the ranks. I've commentated his fights from a young man, pretty much from his early fights to now he's at the world level. This is massive. This is huge.
Ready? It's main event time. 5 by 3-minute rounds, full Thai rules in the junior welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Matt Ball out of the Smack Gym, wearing the black Smack Gym shorts, with an official weight of 63.02 kilograms, a fight record of 88 fights, 76 wins, 2 draws, 5 ending by way of knockout. Hailing from Pattaya, Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Sityodtong.
Ever the smiling assassin, Sityodtong. Don't let the smile fool you, people. This is going to be amazing.
Fighting out of the red corner, trained by Daniel Bell out of the Fight Center, wearing the blue tie shorts with an official weight of 63.9 kilograms. He's the current WKBF World Champion. 52 fights, 41 wins, 19 ending by knockout. Representing Queensland, Australia, Michael Tomahawk Thompson!
Oh, he's one of my favourites, Hammer. A real exponent of the elbows on the inside. That spinning elbow of Tomahawk has ended some big names.
Hasn't it taken care of business against some greats? And Tomahawk, as I said, one of the best in the weight division, not only in Australia, but indeed in the world. He's world ranked and world renowned. Fought online fight. Wasn't to be his night, but nevertheless still got the invite, and that's more than most. And Tomahawk has done it all. He's showcased his wares on the big Evolution promotions in Brisbane in front of capacity crowds, and very grateful to have him down here in Melbourne and competing on the Warriors Way shows. Hopefully August 15th, maybe the Tomahawk back. Definitely Thompson Sityodtong will be back. Both of these two main event fighters have shown interest to appear on the next show. So we'll see who they match up against. But let's get tonight out of the way first.
This is going to be a cracker, thanks to Harley Heaven. We can see them in the background there, but in the foreground is what we're interested in. Thompson pushes forward. He's got great hands. Look for the sharp leg kicking and good movement from Thompson Sityodtong as well on the other side. This one really whets the appetite, Hammer.
Yeah, he's got that great push kick, and you'll see him. He's got almost a bit of a hybrid kick. It's a mix between a side kick and a push kick, where he just turns his hip nicely, leans his upper body out of the way of any head attacks. It's a great offensive and defensive tactic that he uses. Quick transition, changes levels, changes angles so quickly. And I think the strategy in this for Tomahawk is going to have to be trying to get on the inside as he gets dropped with a push kick. Well, that was the kick I was talking about. It's very unassuming, and it just comes up under the guard.
Very Thai, though. All the Thai greats have it. Senchai, guys like that, they have that really penetrating and pushing push kick, for want of a better analogy there. Michael Thompson, though, no stranger to top Thais. He, of course, ended Ponsanay Sitmonchai, who's one of the top Thais in the world at CMT just a couple of years ago with the small gloves. 2 8 counts on the Thai champion.
And push kick to the face from Tum as well. Again, look at that skip upside push kick changes levels.
It
up,
really
down.
is a technique we don't call often enough amongst Australian fighters, Hammer. The push kick, or the teep as the Thais call it. So good defensively, as Tom just showed, but then also in attack, if you use it as a penetrating weapon to push that belly button through the backbone, that's a real weapon.
It just takes the pressure off too, especially against the forward-moving opponent. And you'll see if Tomahawk breaks range and gets around that kick, he'll then throw something like a knee or a straight punch and use an angular movement to take the pressure off. So for any aspiring fighters or people who just appreciate good tactics and techniques, you'll have a look at him putting all of it to play. Tomahawk, however, sorry Bex to interrupt you there. Tomahawk, however, he's just going to try and break range and get on the inside. He's going to test Tom's chin and jawline by trying to land those big punches that have taken care of so many opponents.
And as you say that, he does that as we go to the stools on round 1 of our main event here at Warriors Way 12. All I was going to say simply, Hammer, is we see with Tom Sityodtong a situation where a defensive fighter can be the attacking aggressor. Because Michael Thompson wants to be body-to-body, face-to-face. That's where Michael Thompson goes to work. Tom knows that. Tom sits back, works that push kick as he did just there, occasionally offensive, occasionally defensive, and he does what he needs to do to win the round. Merges
it well, and it's a real game. This is going to be a real fight of strategy, heart, skill, all of it. Tom knows that Tomahawk is going to come forward and look to unload with hands. Tomahawk knows that Tom has studied his fight style, and he's going to be using those push kicks and barrier technique to keep him on the outside. It's who answers the question better that is going to get the result here tonight.
A real riddle, Hammer, as Tom Sityodtong in the red shorts ties up Michael Thompson in the blue. Thompson's such a great technician. I saw him fell one of my good mates in a fight you called Flip Street at Evo, probably nearly some 10 years ago now, Hammer, with that spinning elbow that he executes well as Tom fires off a straight elbow of his own.
Yeah, just on the inside, it's a technique. Look at that, nice takedown, but they both spilled the canvas. It's somewhat negating, but still the judges will look at who initiated it and who, I suppose, dominated in the clinch before, if they're going to score that.
Look out also, if you're Michael Tomahawk Thompson, you don't want to be reckless as you try and find your way in to the inner sanctum of Tom Sityodtong, because we've seen the straight elbow. We've seen those short defensive techniques you can cop on the way in with your body weight behind it.
Run straight into it, 100%. Yeah, sure.
Closing stages of round 2, just upsetting the rhythm of Thompson. A little bit of a cheer from the Smack Gym corner as you'd expect, but Thompson's been around. He's an experienced kid for his age, and he's fought the best in the world. This won't faze him at this early stage.
Well, talking to Tomahawk about the fight, and I said, you know, it's going to be a hard fight for you. And he goes, don't worry, you know, I've got something worked out for him. I've fought a lot of Thais and I know how they fight. But let me tell you that Tom Sityodtong is not your average Thai fighter. He doesn't sort of just walk in and try and knee and look for the clinch the whole time. He's an outside fighter. He's happy to be on the outside and use those long-rangey techniques.
A beautiful crossing elbow, as you say there. He's inside, outside. Whenever you say that, I know you're talking about a good fighter, Hammer, in the short time we've called together.
Nice.
Looping high, leg kick in, followed in with the teeth.
There's a short cross there from a short right hook from Thompson that actually caught Tom and momentarily sort of smacked the taste out of his mouth, but nevertheless, he shook it off, smiled, and just got back to business. So that's a testament to the resolve and the strength of his jawline as well, because those little clubbing right hands can often send a fighter down.
Like so many Thai champions before him, you can beat the skin off them and they're still smiling.
Well, Tomahawk now seems to have found a bit of an opening. He's starting to sort of work out the riddle that is Tom Sityodtong. Trying to get in
more laterally and then moving in on the inside and rolling his punches is Michael Thompson, and starting to work for him again. That experience on the world stage showing us the big spinning elbow from Thompson that, as I said, has ended so many fights. Misses by inches. Hammer, just a sniff for the Aussie that he's coming back. I'll
tell you what, a much better round for Tomahawk. He's done well, and the Thai Tom Sityodtong there in the blue corner is gets his composure back. Have a look. There's that short right hand, Bex, that I was talking about. But geez, that push kick again gives him the bickies.
And the thing about it, Hammer, as we head into round 3 of our main event scheduled for 5 full-time Thai rules, is that it's a very emphatic statement. If you push kick someone and they end up on their buttocks, that's an emphatic statement for the judges and crowd.
And also, it's a bit of a confidence breaker for the fighter that's got his bum planted on the canvas. You just think, geez, this is not a good position for me to be in. So then it becomes
bit of soreness on the lead thigh there, or was that showmanship from Tom Sityodtong?
I think it's just playing it up. The game of strategy and showing confidence. Showing you can't hurt me, bring it on.
This is all extreme poker we're seeing.
Psychology all the way through.
Bit of criminal minds perhaps happening in the middle of centre ring here. Thank you, Harley Heaven, and thank you to the folks at home. Bex Tui here with you. With me, I should say. Alongside me is Mark the Hammer Castanani, and we're watching world-class fighters at 63.5 kilos in Michael Tomahawk Thompson and Tom Sityodtong go to war. I tell you what, Hammer, I am licking my lips because Thompson's starting to find his way inside and Tom's starting to warm up. Yeah, just getting confident in his game plan is Sityodtong, but Tomahawk, you can see this a real sense of desperation now coming in. He wants to just bite down and get on the inside and trade it up. Question for you, Hammer. There doesn't seem to be any urgency from Thompson to catch one of those push kicks and perhaps affect a sweep.
Yeah, catch it or parry it, even just redirect it as it's thrown and then come straight back with the right hand. So sort of that rolling motion off the right hand, roll it out and then roll straight into your strike.
Very good on his feet is Thompson, and I thought that's something he might do. As geez, that right hand was close to causing someone to have a little bit of a nap.
Yeah. And you hear Dan Bell, Michael's long time trainer. Dan Bell from the Iron Fist gym.
Beautiful jab from Thompson, and the call from Dan Bell was whatever he does, counter
him. Yep, that's exactly right. Just pressure the whole time.
This one, an absorbing clash. Michael Thompson of Australia, the Tomahawk. We've known him since he was, it feels like he was 15 years old, the electrician from Brisbane. Lovely bloke. Big hello to Boris, his cattle dog as well. Big fan of Boris. And Tom Sityodtong is just a fine exponent of his art and a real wonderful representation for his country as well.
He certainly is. He represents himself so well. One of the nicest guys. He's got a big crowd following now in Australia because whenever he's done a seminar or gone to any gyms, he's always endeared himself to the people.
As he tries a whizzing spinning elbow, he does a Michael Thompson on Michael Thompson. As we head to the stools, at the end of that round, we'll have a look at some of the action from our previous round. Hammer, how'd you see this one?
Again, it was a close round, but I'd say Tomahawk just getting caught and, those push kicks, and Tom just breaks his flow and looks confident in doing it, and it's just a confidence game. The judges will look and go, the more confident fighter is the one they usually score the round to, obviously, if it's close. 2
rounds to go in this one. Warriors Way 12, brought to you by Harley Heaven, Bex Tui, alongside me, Mark the Hammer Castanani. Thank you so much for your time. This is a cracking fight. You're watching the best 63-kilo fighter, I'd say the best lightweight fighter in Australia, against one of Thailand's finest exports. This is just mouth-watering stuff as Michael Thompson lands a beautiful body kick, and again Tom feigns as if he's in serious pain.
Yeah, it's just it's been there many times before, and it's just another night at the office. Dan Bell, you can see he's urging Tomahawk to push on and really get working on the inside.
Needs to find a way in, does the man from Brisbane, as he double jabs up. But again, that push kick, that lead leg, and the beautiful slick movement from Sityodtong.
Just a bit of a slip from Tomahawk in the corner there, bit of residue water in the blue corner.
He's offensively defensive, is Tom Sityodtong, and I really love that. Shows the real 100% rounded skill of Muay Thai as Thompson affects a beautiful outside leg kick and just misses kissing the bottom of Tom's elbow.
Steps out, drifts away to his left, does Sityodtong. Changing angles, not being a sitting target. Again, that push kick transitioning well to the hand combinations. Tomahawk gloves absolutely plastered high to his head, not leaving any opportunity for something to go wrong. Stays on the inside, looking to unload the big shots, but Tom not being there for it, Bex.
Yeah, sitting there confidently, square on the ropes of Sityodtong, and Thompson decides the only way to tie him up is to rush him, which he's done. And the attempted monkey climbs the tree, a JW bar special.
Just dumps the weight, the whole body weight on Tomahawk, does Tom.
Again, the hands of Thompson late in the round as he's finding ways through the defences of Tom Sityodtong. This is a fight where Tom is dominating to an extent, but Thompson, towards the end of each round, shows you that he could affect a knockdown or knockout at any stage.
And he's done it in the past. He's fought some strong Thai opponents and put him to sleep. Well, just when it appears to be out of his grasp, Tomahawk, he only needs that one shot and he will end your night.
Loves to fight, just the boy from Brisbane, but Tom Sityodtong is having a bit of a smile as if he's in a boxer-size class at the moment. Really enjoying his Warriors Way 12 as they tag up or tie up right next to the ladbrokes.com.au banner. While we're thanking sponsors, Harley Heaven, your product is amazing.
And again, the slip in the blue corner there.
Wouldn't slip on the Harley side, too much traction. Too much traction
through the tyres.
Big rear tyre. Not long to go in this fourth round, folks. An absorbing contest. Thompson needs to get busy and he needs to put Sityodtong on his backside, but he won't be doing it this round, Hammer. A fourth round that mirrored pretty much the remaining three.
Definitely, yeah. Look, it's still a game of strategy, but in the fifth round we're heading now. And you'd have to just say that the Thais put some good score on the scorecards.
Well, look, it's been good, positive work from Michael Thompson.
Yeah.
That body kick, we didn't see enough of that. His hands on the inside have been fabulous. But Tom Sityodtong doesn't let you inside, and inside is where Michael Thompson is the emperor.
Definitely.
1 round to go, folks, on what has been a fantastic evening here at Warriors Way 12. And these two men start off like fighters who have 2 minutes to change the judge's mind, Hammer.
Tomahawk needs the big shot. He needs at least an 8 count. Will it come?
Well, if any man at this weight, 63 kilos, is an exponent of putting people to sleep at Warriors Way, it's Michael Thompson.
Oh, the big trade of elbows on the inside. And Tomahawk dipping body shot to set up his onslaught going forward.
Strap yourselves in, folks. We've got a minute and a half to go with two of the best elbow strikers in the country at this point. Thompson in the red gloves pushes forward because he needs to be a lot closer to affect the knockdown he needs for victory. And Sityodtong sitting back, eyes open, hands up. Very good in the defense as usual.
Yeah, just pushing that defensive push, lead push kick out, keeping Tomahawk at bay, ticking the clock down. Tomahawk, sense of urgency, wanting to get on the inside, wanting to land a big cut.
Is this the time now for Thompson with Sityodtong against the ropes for a patented spinning elbow, the backward elbow that he gets out of the clinch. It felled Flip straight at the height of the Gold Coaster's career, and it's felled many more. Don't worry about that.
Tries again, stalks forward. The Thai just out of range again. That textbook push kick affected so beautifully. Ignatius Missilides.
Again, I don't want to harp on it, Hammer, but it goes to show how simple defence is the most elegant. A half step to the side, a push kick in front, and Tom Sityodtong is out of danger of one of the most lethal strikers in his division.
Make it miss by a millimetre or a mile, it's still a miss.
Stepping elbow there from Sityodtong as he senses the Thai showman in him comes to the fore. This will be an absorbing, I should say, final 30 seconds, folks. Beautiful chopping on the support leg by Thompson, who tries to fire a left spinning elbow, but the smart man closes the distance and ties that arm up.
Final 60 seconds, here we go. Can Tomahawk find something? Can he close the gap as he bombs away?
The crowd rises to its feet for its man, Michael Tomahawk Thompson. They've seen him win so many times, but his back is against the wall as that push kick comes out at 90 and 45 degrees, Hammer. Is there a way through Tom Sityodtong?
I'll tell you what, it's been a real game of strategy, a real physical battle on the inside. Tomahawk needs to land a big shot. Tom not being there to receive it.
Half a minute to go, and perhaps being pegged in that Harley Heaven corner is the best spot for Michael Thompson, but Ignatius Missilides brings us back out to the corner. A huge crossing right, and if not for the ever-present guard of Sityodtong, that was good night.
Again, Sityodtong just clinching up. shutting down Thompson. Thompson needs to get the big right hand away, needs to get the big punch combination on the jawline.
For the kids watching this fight at home, and I hate to use that cliche, look at the effective use of the push kick of Sityodtong.
There it is.
Against such an aggressive fighter. Michael Thompson, Tom Sityodtong, take a bow. Hammer, take a bow.
Oh, I'll tell you what
a Warrior's Way number 12 was.
Well, I'm just looking at the boys and I'm thinking, who will be lining up to fight Tom Sityodtong on August 15th?
That's a huge question. Perhaps you can hit the Facebook page of Hammer's Gym and let Hammer know you're up for a challenge at 63.5.
Warriors Way on Facebook. Give us your suggestions. Any fighters want to step up?
Ladies
throw
and
your name in the ring.
After 5 rounds of full tie rules have gone to the judges' scorecards. Our 3 judges scored the contest 49-47, 49-47, and 49-46. Declaring you winner via unanimous points. Blue corner!
And as predicted, the Thai warrior, the smiling assassin Hammer, walks away with the chocolates in what was a fitting main event to another classic installment of Warriors Way.
Yeah, look, I'm really happy with tonight's main event. It's been sensational. A great show of Muay Thai skills, great sportsmanship. Have a look at these two guys. Full respect for each other in and out of the ring. And no one represents the sport better than these two guys. It's fantastic.